Hello everyone and welcome to my CS24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Curse of Oak Island preview. Team digs up more of stone roadway and examines ancient Portuguese church. This week on The Curse of Oak Island, members of the team attempt to locate and dig up an extension of the mysterious stone roadway, while the rest of the guys examine a Portuguese church that resembles the Money Pit. At the Money Pit, drilling is still ongoing with the fifth and final case on. However, it looks like most of tonight's action will be taking place elsewhere on the island. Marty Lagina gets back in a digger as the guys look for an extension to the cobblestone road. Has Marty Lagina found an extension to the Oak Island stone roadway? Ever since the team unearthed the strange stone roadway emanating from the swamp, they have theorized that the road stretched from a wharf in the swamp to the Money Pit and that it was used to transport the treasure. The guys have recently increased efforts to find more of this road, particularly the missing link to the Money Pit. And a preview for tonight's show suggests they may have found it. In an undisclosed area of Oak Island, Marty uncovers a large amount of stone cobbles and says, "I'm wondering if that's it already." Marty will be absolutely thrilled if he can get one over his big brother by finding something really significant while Rick is away. Meanwhile, Doug Crowell, Rick and Alex Lagina, and Peter Fornetti are still on the other side of the Atlantic hunting for clues in Portugal that might connect the Templar Knights to Oak Island. The four initially set out to examine two churches associated with the ancient medieval order of the Templar Knights, where they thought they might find an archive or a symbol or anything to link the knights with buried treasure on Oak Island. Portuguese church mirrors design of original Oak Island Money Pit. Tonight, they'll be visiting the Convento de Cristo, a Templar stronghold in Tomar, Portugal, which appears to be a particularly ancient, beautiful, and well-preserved church. The guys are seen descending a winding staircase within an ornate ancient shaft in a preview. Excitingly, Doug can be heard comparing its design to that of the original Money Pit. Last week, the intrepid explorers examined an old Roman road, which looked almost identical in style and construction to the Oak Island roadway. This will perhaps mean that Marty's find of a possible extension to the road will take on a deeper significance. The History Channel episode description alludes to all of the above by reading. Time is rapidly running out for the guys this season. Fingers crossed they can pull a really significant find out of the bag before operations are wound down. The air in the Oak Island Interpretive Center was thick with anticipation, the kind that only comes when the Fellowship of the Dig is about to unearth something that could rewrite history. In the upcoming episode of The Curse of Oak Island, Rick Lagina and the team set their sights on two vastly different, but potentially connected, frontiers, expanding the mysterious stone roadway in the swamp and examining an ancient Portuguese church that may hold vital clues to the island's true origin story. For weeks, the crew has been meticulously peeling back layers of earth to expose more of the centuries-old stone pathway. This isn't just any road. It's a deliberately engineered causeway, its stones carefully fitted and angled, seemingly designed to bear weight and resist the pull of the swamp's relentless tides. The theory? It could be the very path that led whoever buried treasure or secrets on Oak Island straight to their destination. This week's footage opens with the rhythmic clink of trowels and shovels, the gentle scrape of stone against metal. Billy Gerhardt, ever the expert in maneuvering machinery over treacherous terrain, grins as another stretch of the road is revealed. "It's like following a trail of breadcrumbs," he says, his voice carrying both the excitement of the find and the weight of its implications. Rick, crouching beside a freshly exposed section, runs his fingers over the stones. "These weren't just thrown here," he observes. "Someone built this with purpose, and we have to figure out why." Marty Lagina, standing nearby with his hands on his hips, chimes in with his signature pragmatic skepticism. If this road is connected to the depositors, then it had to lead somewhere important. But was that somewhere the Money Pit, or something we haven't found yet? The possibility hangs in the air. A road to somewhere or something. The swamp has long been one of Oak Island's most enigmatic features. Some believe it was artificially created to hide a ship, while others suspect it was part of a larger transportation network for moving heavy cargo. As the camera sweeps across the exposed roadway, the symmetry and craftsmanship of the stones are undeniable. This week, the team decides to follow the road as far as it will take them. The deeper they dig, the more they realize the stones stretch farther than anyone expected, potentially toward the uplands where other mysterious features have been found. Laird Niven, the island's resident archaeologist, takes careful measurements and notes the orientation of the stones. If this was built by Portuguese explorers in the 1400s, the engineering methods could match what we've seen in coastal fortifications and docks from that era, he suggests. But that's a big if. And it's precisely that if that leads the team to their second major pursuit of the episode. Across the ocean, the Portuguese connection. In parallel to the work on the stone roadway, a small delegation of the Fellowship has traveled to Portugal to investigate a centuries-old church linked to the Templar Knights and maritime explorers. There's a growing theory that Portuguese navigators, possibly connected to the Order of Christ, a successor to the Templars, may have reached Nova Scotia long before Columbus set sail. The church in question is a stunning example of Gothic and Manueline architecture, its weathered stone walls whispering of an age when maps were hand-drawn and voyages into the unknown were acts of both faith and audacity. Local historian Miguel Serrano meets the team at the entrance. This church, Miguel begins, was not only a place of worship, but also a meeting place for seafarers. There are records of navigators who sailed west from here in the mid-15th century, decades before Columbus. Inside, the vaulted ceilings seem to swallow sound. Carvings of crosses, ships, and strange symbols line the walls, some eerily similar to markings found on Oak Island artifacts. Marty's eyes widen when Miguel points out a small, weathered stone inset in the floor. It's engraved with a symbol that mirrors one found on the infamous lead cross discovered on Oak Island years earlier. If this connection holds, Rick says quietly, almost reverently, it could mean the people who came here also came to Oak Island. Back on the island, piecing it together.